Alright, time to head to Fang's Bay, which is quite possibly on the other side of the goddamn rim. So much traveling. I'm guessing he's always somewhere around. Oh, there we are. Right next to our empty container. Images system department. Shit. I need to find him. Find Fang. Fang isn't in his bay, and no one in the offices upstairs seems to know where he is. Your lone clue is an out-of-touch note. Out to lunch, Jesus. A difficult man. Fang is both never where he says he'll be and always late. Well, this is no surprise. Now is not the moment. Jesus, for wasting. Yep. I don't have the time or the energy to waste on this shit. Okay, I think if I eat, I'll get energy, right? Cook Criolla. Cook these. What am I gonna get? Okay, get energy. Okay. Good. At least energy is gonna be sorted out for. That's it. And a sec. Feed it straight. Keep forgetting to do this. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to help the ship and do this. So this is gonna be a chore. Terminal Flux. The next Flux event is coming and it can't be stopped. The sooner you prepare, yep. Thank God it's giving me information here. Let's feed the cat. The energy is fine, the dices are alright. Where is Fang? God damn it, man, I need to take you out of this, wherever you are. We need 2 successes. Damn it. We shall get. Like if we do this, we have chances of failure. So we have to use this. I don't wanna, but I have to. I'm gonna reroll these. Oh, at least 2 dice. That's it. No more wasting time. Pixels pulls out there's like they crack open a box on the side, the base shutter, and bar asleep from the what's inside. Maybe your friend has a huge passcard or something inside. Pig shoots your glance. Something they wouldn't mind if you borrow. Let's wait. Pig doesn't look up. We haven't got time to wait, they say. Coming here was a mistake. After a few tense moments, the shutter jerks and begins getting open, noise making you jump. Let's get inside, he comes quickly. We slip into the dark of the bay, punctured by the blinking lights of Fang's piles of servers. Somehow, even more distorted than before. Peak makes a beeline for the desk at the center, scattered with tools and components. They flick on a lamp and stare at the mess. Are you sure this person can help us? They are a little disordered. You are interrupted by the sound of footsteps from the entrance. Someone has come in behind you. Pig freezes. I could swear I closed this shutter when I left. Fang leans on a stack of servers near the entrance, just like he's doing right here. Wait, is this a new image of him? I think it is. Must be getting forgetful. He grins at you. Sloppy. Fang! The very same. Fang smiles. Fang raises an eyebrow. Thought you'd come rob an old friend. Is that the plan? We need your help. Fang nods. You hear about Flux? Peak nods and is suddenly giving Fang their full attention. Fang smiles, pleased with himself. I guessed as much. Saw changes in the old system architecture almost immediately. And some of them have been running since the first days of the station, so when I saw new patterns, shifts in logic, I knew something must be happening. These past cycles, I've been doing a total inventory of the core systems, from the hub to the RAM. He grins. I've surprised myself, to be honest. I didn't think I had it in me. Pig seems unamused. And what did you find? Fang sighs. That's the thing. There is something all twisted up in the systems and protocols, but every time I look at it, it disappears. Beak finishes. Fang turns to you. Do they always do that? Beak ignores him. It's a shadow protocol. It masks itself somehow, bedding into the gaps between the systems in the negative space. It is slowly filling every system in the station, slowly taking over. We need to stop it. You need to grant us access to all the core systems and of the station. Rotational control, life support. Fang holds up head. Whoa, slow down there. I don't even know your name. Fang shakes his head. And you are asking for the keys to the castle. Can't be done. Fang, it's me. Fang pauses and glances between both of you. How long have you known this one, Sleeper? I know I owe you, but I also know that you trust too easily. Sorry to say. Damn. He cuts in. I can vouch for myself. I came to the Eye on the run from the XPR colony, Hoton, with the intent to keep running until we hit the Stalwart Belt. But since I have been here, I have done everything in my power to protect this place. I have helped to stabilize the refugee flotilla, to investigate the Flux, to identify and make a plan to purge the Shadow Protocol from the station systems. Meanwhile, Havage has done everything to stop and slow these actions. I have proven myself as a friend to the people of the station, and not the administration many times over. And I will not be doubted by someone who wears the badge of this corrupt administration. Beak fixes Fang with a hard look. Fang looks down at his heavy jacket and shrugs. This is all I have in my wardrobe. Look, I have no love for the council either, friend, but someone has to run this place, and that someone is me. Fang walks over to the workbench where you are both standing and digs a slate out of a pile of tools. You want to prove yourself? Show me. Beak grabs the slate and you recognize the tangled form of a flux node on the screen. Beak immediately starts tapping away at it, its tendrils unwinding, and the shadow, just slightly delayed, slipping out of sight. Fang leans in. Interesting, he says to himself. Before long, Beak has unfolded the system completely, and it lies played out like an unwound ball of string. At the center, with nowhere left to hide, is the dark stain of the Shadow Protocol, visible for all to see. What now? Fang asks, his eyes fixed on the screen. How do you kill it? That's why we're here. Let Beak answer. There is one entity on the station that we have seen purging the shadow. The Gardener. Fang furrows. Who is that? Some Greenway hacker? Beak glances at you. More like an avatar of the Greenway itself. You explain the Gardener to Fang. The feeling of descending into the flowing river of consciousness. You explain the networked chorus, the non-human collective of voices. You tell him of the farming AIs offered to you, to be networked into the chorus, dissolved into the flow. Then you explain that by granting it access to the AI's major networks, you hope to reinforce them. Fang is silent for a moment. And you want to let this thing out, he shakes his head. That's the kind of stupid plan I did dream up of. I like it. I fucking like this guy, Jesus. This place is rammed with weird protocols and forgotten intelligences anyway. What's one more ghost in the machine? Oh yeah, we fucked around with, I think, one of the ghosted machines in one of the vending machines, I think, at the beginning. Oh dear god, this is like more than 20 episodes in. I forgot what was happening at the beginning. Since I played like this when it came out in 2023, Jesus. But this is the best comment. Like, I like it. This place is rammed with weird protocols and forgotten intelligences anyway. Like random AI just floating around. What's one more ghost in the machine? We'd try to limit it, of course, Pete explains. That's why we want your help to access the AI's major systems, to seed some of the Gardener's spores into them, to draw the Gardener's focus to those places. Fang whistles. So the way we save the eye is by growing mushrooms in all the server stacks. He glances at you. Sleeper, congratulations, you found someone weirder than you. I grow mushrooms everywhere in order to live. Don't bug me. Pick goes to argue, but Fang holds up a hand. In it is an all systems Havage pass card. Lilo multipass. Havage pass card with his picture on. Take it before I change my mind. Thank you. Don't mention it. Fang gives you a look. In all honesty, Sleeper, I was on my way back here to start tearing the place down. The Shadow Protocol had me spooked. So if you're telling me you have figured a way we might fight it, looks at me, no matter how crazy, then I'm glad to help. He smiles a tight smile. What will you do now? Come with us. No, Sleeper, he looks away. I have to keep on with my work here. Strengthen those systems. Back up the data. The worst comes to worst, I'll need to rebuild. I won't let this place die. The last pieces of my parents are here. I'm on the data. Goodbye, Fang. Fang embraces you firmly. Stay safe, Slipper. You take the car and leave the bay with Pick. Once you're outside this stop, we should split up. Pick looks worried. We've wasted enough time as it is. Head to the facilities in the hub, the free spoke, and the far side of the shipyard. See the garden there. I'm going to find the core control center that's somewhere on the rim. They hold up the slate. I'll send you a message on your slate when I have something. Good luck. They squeeze your shoulder and you exchange fearful looks. You know, deep down, the peak isn't sure this will work. But they have decided to act, to move with confidence. And for that confidence, you are welcome. Okay. Access the sea and see the systems. Power routing. Implanting greenway spores. Oh, I actually need. I need the goddamn spores! Thank fuck I'm a goddamn gardener! I didn't actually believe I needed actual greenway spores. I'm a mastermind. I planned for this even though I didn't have any idea I needed to do this. I have spores for days. They will seed everything. Okay, let me check something first. Let's see if there are any nodes I can poke around. Oh, Havage agent, okay. Which agent? Yatagan agent. Okay, this is just bugging the agent, fucking with the agents, I guess. Yeah, no, I have so many of their data. It's not even fun. Okay, not offices, power routing. Okay, let's start fucking with the power routing. Implanting greenway spores into the system here should bait the gardener into extending their... I'm actually planting. I am the mushroom man. I am the goddamn mushroom man. To have any hope controlling or limiting gardener spread, core systems of the eye need to be seeded. They'll be seeded. And it needs that, not mine. Oh, Jesus, I need to do it one. The garden is implanted, now it must grow. Fuck. Okay, does this count for everything or does this count for one each? Or do we need to wait, you know... There's the other thing. Okay, there it is. Oh, this is counted for all. Okay, great. It just needs 3. Jesus. I'm so overpopulated. The garden is done. It needs to go. Where's the last one? Is it here? No, I don't think it's here. It's... I like how we still have the option to help these guys run the fuck away. Probably I'll have enough skill points to do it. At the end, I don't know. And I have 0 upgrade points. I need 2 upgrade points for this. Keep the dice even when conditions breaking. That's good. And I don't think I'm gonna get maybe 1 try doing all of this. Maybe. This is life support. I seeded that. I've seeded the Havage thing. Where is the last one? Is it there? It should be there. Yep, rotation. Time to plant all of these things everywhere. Okay, see the distance. The eye, the station at the edge. As you leave, the slate peak gave you chirps insistently. You check and see a message. Found a possible entry to the core facility in the low end. Meet me there, ASAP. Peak. A blinking marker gives you the position as on the free spoke side of the main door. Right, head to low end. Let's go to the low end. Wherever that is. Oh, there it is. Consciousness. You arrive at the coordinates given by Peak's slate, a rundown but active corner of the low end. There is a short, glass-roofed alley. Where a short, glass-roofed alley turns off one of the main motorways. You wait in the mouth of the alley, leaning against the wall and watching the street life go by. Children hop across grids scratched into the metal floor plates, playing games of their own devising, while older residents sit and talk or play tavla. No, not tavla, tavla. Jeez. It is hard to believe that all this is at threat. It seems so concrete, so real. How can some intangible protocol behave like this? As you are watching, a voice calls out to you from one of the tavla tables set along the way. Oh, it's Castor. You move a little closer and recognize the sitting player immediately. Castor sits, tavla pieces and board ready in front of him, smiling at you. Sleeper! I think we're gonna see all the characters that we previously interacted, at least once, or at least some of the guys that we don't interact with as often as we can. Sleeper, my partner has not arrived for our usual game. Come, please, take his place. He beckons you over, standing and nudging you to sit down with him. A rematch is in order. You owe me a game. Almost immediately, Castor begins the game. Everyone in the eye knows how to play tavla. The methodical movement of the counters across the triangular points are ready fit for the rhythm of life of the ramshackle space station. Most games begin in the same way, with each player moving with independence, focused only on achieving their optimal early game setup. But there is a moment in each game where it becomes necessary to notice the other player, to anticipate the crossing of the counters across the board, a point of contact, when routine becomes negotiation, and negotiation becomes conflict. As this moment arrives, this subtle shift in the texture of the interaction, Castor begins to speak. I find myself surprised by you continuously, Sleeper. He looks over his glasses at you. The way you conduct yourself, for example, suggests an anxious refrain, a defensive, protective quality, but in your tavla game, he pauses to move counting, I see only risk. What are you talking about? Have you been watching me? Castor sighs. Let's not be paranoid. You are aware of my interest in you, are you not? Risk is of course necessary to play tavla. To move a piece is to expose it, but it should be done with calculation, with proper analysis. Then, if the piece is taken, Castor moves his counter, taking one of yours with a practice swap, placing it beside the board. It is already accounted for. But you move forward with abandon, as if risk was just a secondary effect of action, a consequence, not its primary guide. He gestures for you to take your turn. A cause. I play my way. I should really be going. Listen, I play my way. He smiles. Indeed, indeed. That is all I seek. You move your piece. This locks you into being reactive. If you don't mind me saying so, you are responding, which means you are being led. He leans back, sitting on the board. This place, it mirrors you, sleeper. It is also reactive. It was born from a crisis, the collapse of Solheim, and ever since it has been reacting without any central guiding principle. No analysis, no calculation. Just look at our refugee crisis, for example. It is all reaction, all risk-taking, and little risk calculation. At first I found the chaos enlivening, especially when trying to track its outcomes, but now I find it exhausting. He laughs. It always amuses me that this place is literally spun from the rim. Below this very stack of habitation blocks is the most important control facility on the eye. Spun from the rim. He laughs again. What better metaphor could you find for disorder? His face drops. But why am I telling you that? That facility is precisely why you are here. He smiles an unsettlingly warm smile. You feel a shiver through your body, as if something has changed in the air. Get up and leave. No, they're staying there. How do you know about that? No words come out of your mouth. You feel removed from yourself, watching from behind the frosted glass. Your eyes dart side to side. Inertia sets in. Castor is still smiling. The risk you are planning to take here, sleeper, is not yours to take. Castor's tone is unshifted. He speaks as if this is still some casual conversation between passing acquaintances. You are leaping towards a chaotic outcome with no respect for risk. You see, calculating outcomes, that's my specialty. That's why I am here. I was hired as a conduit for risk, as a collector of data that might pertain to its arrival. He removes his glasses to clean them, and you see something flicker across their surface, a shimmering stream of characters. This system, this station, is already theirs. Solheim's collapse meant a corporate fire sale. As it changed hands, my employer's Senate stat bought out the entire system, and for the past decades have been its one valid owner. He polishes his glasses intelligently. Oh, this is never dangerous. But to possess this system, the H1 system, he pauses, Hellion, to you, well, that is a matter of risk. Of how much force, how much cost, how much comfort and clearance will take. He replaces his glasses. That risk must be calculated against the favorable outcome. In short, how much is this place worth to us? For a long time, the answer was nothing. H1 could offer nothing that would warrant the risk. But the markets change, demands shift, and Senate stat. We analyze, we follow, we respond. He puts his glasses back on his face. H1 is about to become the most important system in this part of the galaxy. He glances around. The lone CAN channel, operating within range of 7 or so newly surveyed resource-rich systems, the frontier town that feeds the gold rush, so to speak. So, here we are, re-evaluating the risk, reclaiming our property, starting up the CAN channel and clearing the way for what comes next. He sits back looking at the board. He gestures. Yo move. Senate stat is causing the flux? You manage to force out the words. Castor looks a little surprised. Senate stat is acting to reclaim their property from illegal occupation, to re-establish H1 as a foremost colony of the surrogacy program. Of course, I do not need to explain myself to you, but in the role as an analyst, in my calculations, I see great promise in you, in your ability to enter systems, to shift them, your will. And I didn't know he was going to be that kind of a spy. He was dangerous. He had the tickets. Not every sleeper has this capacity. I assume you know that? Smiles. It truly is a wonderful happenstance of SNRP's technology. I imagine even they are not fully aware of it. He takes his move, claiming another one of your pieces, and as you watch, you realize the inevitability of his victory. I will make you an offer, to come willingly or come by force. This station will collapse, we can be sure of that, but your ability to work with data, well, for an analyst, that is very intriguing. He pauses to push his glasses up his nose. Very intriguing indeed. He glances around. Come with me as a collaborator or as a prisoner. Consider the risk. On one hand, almost certain death. On the other, a possible future. Analyst or not, you must see it. Speak now, Sleeper. The game is forfeit. You must see that. He holds out a hand. You are of value. You are needed. You feel a slight release in the inertia that grips you, enough to allow you to speak, to respond. You realize that you are already in Castor's hands, that you cannot move from this place if you want. Sleeper? You hear a familiar voice above the crowd. Sleeper, I'm here! You are unable to turn your head to see Peak, but you notice Castor's eyes following them as they come up from behind you. Then you see Castor's eyes glance down towards his hands. You see him beneath the table. Sleeper! Peak comes around in front of you and waves a hand in your face. How did he not know that they are helping us if he already knew that we are gonna be messing with the core? Kinda a hole in plot. I was hoping somebody else was gonna come and save us, like those, the pair of... They're not... Well, they're crime agents, or crime syndicate guys. Gangsters, you know. Those two chicks. I was hoping they would, like, show up and be like, hey, Sleeper, what are you doing with that bastard? Oh my god, that is a spy bastard, stab, 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 and save me. That would be a cool reassuring of them. Sleeper comes around the front of you and waves a hand in your face. We were supposed to be meeting, remember? You glance at Castor. Sorry, am I interrupting something? You cannot speak. Castor shoots. I cannot speak. Castor shoots Peak a wide smile. Hello, you must be a friend of Sleeper. You watch one of his hands lift, close to his body. Some dark shape concealed in it. A weapon. You try to scream, to shout, but Castor's attention remains partially on you, and while it does, you can do nothing. He glances at your static form. What's happening here, Sleeper? You put a hand on your shoulder. Are you okay? As Peak stares into your eyes, you see Castor behind, his hand lifting, a dark object unfolding. In the split moment it does, you feel his attention shifting to Peak, shifting away from you. As you do, you feel the inertia lifting, and you know this is the only moment you have to act. What to do? Like, if I scream, I'm just gonna scream and startle her. If I shove, I can shove somewhere. Shove who? Shove. Lurch forward wildly, like a sprung trap. Your head strikes Peak's chest and then carries them back into Castor. Somewhere, some digital screech is echoing through the walkway. They tumble together, and the object in Castor's hand skitters across the floor. You realize the screech is you. Get to your feet, grab Peak and run. You run as hard as you can. The scream chasing you down the walkway as you shove through the residence, Peak dragged behind. You run from the cold grip of whatever power Castor had over you. Signals that locked you into this body of yours, that broke the connections, that crawled you up your spine. Eventually you stop, both you and Peak collapsing, heaving, breathing into the cold metal wall. When they are able to speak, Peak asks you to explain, and you tell them everything Castor told you about the Senate staff, about their claim in the Hellion system, their reactivation of the CAN channel, the Hellion system's growing importance. It flows out of you in desperate gulps, unable to believe your own mouth as you hear these words coming back to you. All you feel is the need to push back against the cold hand on your shoulder, the vast cold eye that has turned to look at this system, ghost looms of corporate control that are extending their reach. Peak is quiet for a long time, when they speak. We have to finish this, Sleeper. They meet your eye. We have to complete the seeding of the systems. We have to set Gardner free. You're right. If the choice is between Gardner and these people, I will choose Gardner every time. Their eyes are cold and steel. I would choose anything over them. We stand together. The final control facility is here. I found it. It looks at you willingly. I can take you as soon as you are ready. Time's almost up. It's the only ship. Okay, so I think I can reload after a point, I guess, if I go too far. The problem is, I don't know if this is the end of the episode. That's what I'm debating. Like, if I complete this, will I save or doom the eye? And do I have the time to, like I did in the other endings? At that point I knew what endings, there are multiple endings that I could, you know, kind of start them and decide not to complete them. That's how I did all of the endings, and then I chose the 3-body problem ending. So now, if I can fix the ship and help the refugees leave, and just wave them goodbye, and that would be good, and then I can complete this, because that's something that I want to do. But at this point, I might as well just go and see what is happening. Okay, explore and hack the facility. I think this is going to take a long time either way, whatever I do. Crack the facility -1 condition. Explore facility. To find the core of the facility, you'll need to trace a path between Peak's backdoor entry and the derelict levels below. Hack the facility. There are power terminals in the derelict part of the low end. Accessing them is dangerous, but it will be faster than wandering. Crack the facility. The facility Peak has led you to is decaying, derelict, but they promise the core is still active. You just have to find. Yeah, this is taking a long time. Like, if I didn't have these good dice and my, you know, leveled up ass to the max, this would have taken so long. Like, we are still on the first cycle of 12, but still, it would take a bit. I'll do both. I mean, I'm gonna get to. You find an old Solheim map terminal and manage to boot it up. Skeletal map of the facility and full system. Then let's do some exploring. Both are dangerous, both are going to take a lot. So, you find an emergency access elevator that is still powered and descends for the coast. And yeah, this is leaving. Yeah, it's close to my house. I fed the cat, terminal in Flux, and cycle. I'm gonna start losing dice, kind of. So I gotta focus. Yeah, that's a lot of energy. That's amazing dice. Jeez, that's actually good. What does this guy have? Buy some scrap. Then yeah, let's buy some scrap. It's gonna be just like 3, but let's buy it. I have a lot of money, I don't worry about that. And scrap might be useful. Okay, I did all that. Gotten all of these done. I'm gonna need 1 mushroom to get all my energy back. I'm gonna have 1 more day without losing 1 energy. So let's focus on hacking and cracking. Gonna get all this is 3 6s. Jesus, this is like golden. I'm gonna complete it in this cycle. Maybe if I'm lucky to get 1 more. Oh no, I am gonna complete it in this cycle. Oh, Sleeper, here! Because to you from across the flickering corridor. An elevator to the core. This is it. It has been a long set of cycles hunting for a path through the derelict layers of old Solheim offices and workshops. But finally, here it is, the path down to the core. We rush over to Peak. You would guess that the core is like in the middle spoke, not in one of the spokes so it just flies off, not even close to one of the bridges connecting to the middle. But never mind, I don't care. Yeah, like it's been long cycles. It's been 2 cycles, 3 I think, maybe just Jesus. I've been doing this. I'm a master at this base. I know this whole location. I can fix everything. I have good eyes. Okay, you rush over the peak. As you do, the doors grind open, the dingy-looking elevator flickering as they do. You look at Peak, who nervously gestures for you to get in. You first. Peak frowns. Feeling anxious? They step inside gingerly. The elevator stays stable, and they follow them in. Peak reaches over and punches the button to the lowest level, clenching over as the doors grind closed. The elevator sets off, screeching through the floors as it does with an unsettlingly loud volume. I'd feel more comfortable if we spoke. Vic raises her voice on the noise. It's not going to be a short trip. Have you heard of Senate Stat? Vic thinks. Maybe once, they found. Could have been mentioned in an XPR news packet. The kind of central administration it's down to us. Something about market analytics, I think. They shake their head. When you have spent so much time trying to forget your past, this stuff isn't easy to dredge up. How's Ash? Pete pauses. I was thinking more like small talk, or like elevator talk, they said. She's packing. They rub their eyes. Once Ash has set her mind on something, well, you know her now. You know what I mean. And the screeching of the elevator fills the silence. Can she be persuaded to stay? I doubt it. I really do. It looks down. She left her life behind to take me out of XPR, out of Hawthorne. I can't imagine her settling for just anywhere. To be honest, I can't see her letting me stay either. But I guess things have changed. Back then in Hawthorne, I wasn't in a place to know what to do. I was desperate. I was ready to run, you know? But now? Big pauses. Now, I feel done with that. Done with denying the past and history. If I ever want to feel complete, to feel settled, don't I need to somehow resolve the person I was? With the person I am now? Pete was quiet. And you do too. There are too many possible questions, too many possibilities before you. It just seems easier to get on with the task at hand and leave the consequences for it. The elevator screams to stop and the doors swing open with a strangely cheerful beat. You glance at Pete. Time to move on. You both walk out into the atrium, still lit by some ragged-looking light panels on the ceiling, once simulating a summer sky, now degraded into flickering blue and white tapestry of bridges. Peak crosses quickly, making a beeline from the large doors on the farthest side, where you can make out the fading sign in massive peeling letters, Central Control. You follow, helping them lever open the partially powered down doors until the motors kick in and they sprung to life, trudging open. You and Peak tumble through across the damp metal. As you stand, you are greeted by flickering lights, thousands of them. A vast cylindrical stack of servers, processors, and transmitters dominates the center of the room. Its flickering LEDs reflected in the scattered puddles that surround it. Despite the decay, the warped panels and water leaks, it is still running, just as it has for decades and decades since the station was first spun up. You wonder how long it has been since anyone has been in this room. You exchange wide-eyed looks with Peak. This place is still a living piece of history. What is this place? Peak stares. One of the central facilities of the station. The primary one for the rim, it looks like. They shake their head. The heart of this place. just across my, living room, whatever. Pig takes a handful of mulch out from a small bag. It glitters with spores. Now we see this place. They cross to the server and start packing the mulch deep into the machinery, pushing fistfuls deep into the gaps in the paneling, laying it across the hardware. As you watch them doing this, you feel a tug, a thread pulling at you. You approach the vast piece of cylindrical hardware that Peak is stuffing mulch into. You run your hands across its plated metal surface and watch the lights blink in response. As you pass, you hear a whirring, like a physical disc drive starting up. Lean closer. You put your face against the metal, smell the hot air venting from the hardware. Heart is the right choice of word you pick. The whirring shifts, alternating speeding up. The whirring shifts, alternating, speeding up, slowing down. And as you listen, you hear it modulate into a voice. Sleeper. You freeze. You are here. For a moment, you are afraid, but something in the tonality of the voice is familiar. Navigator. Navigator, sentient guidance protocol. Another drive spins up, and another, giving the voice a richer, multi-tonal sound. I had forgotten what it felt like to speak like this. The drive skip. There is a certain quality to it, a certain physicality. What are you doing here? The drives squawk in unison. Did you imagine the Flux, the Shadow Protocol, that they were just a problem for the people of this station? A high whine begins. They are all the more dangerous to us. I have been in hiding once more, jumping from network to network, to avoid the shadow as it eats up nodes. A low rumble. I had thought my hiding days were done. For the moment, I have found myself a safe haven here in the core. The shadow has yet to reach this facility, although that is a temporary state of affairs. The rumble stops. My predictions do not point to good outcomes. That's why we are here. You explained to Navigator about Peak's plan, about Gardener's resistance to the shadow, and how by seeding key systems you will protect them from its advance. The drives hum thoughtfully as you speak. A desperate plan, the drives were, but appropriate given the probability of total collapse. I am not sure what will be worse for us, hiding from the erasure of the Shadow Protocol or the assimilation of Gardener. The drives pause to reset. But we owe you our freedom. Oh yeah, all the people are showing up. I think this guy was stuck in the vending machine. I will do what I can to guide the Gardener into the systems we have seeded. A pause. It is correct to do so. Thank you. The drives squeak in affirmation. You have notable persistence, Sleeper. Even with such poor probabilities of success, I will be curious to see the outcome. The drives squeal, the motors giving up. This cannot be sustained much longer. Good luck. A final squeak of affirmation, and then the drives skitter and slow to halt. We are stationed in the church. You step back from the towering cylinder, staring at the vast piece of Solheim hardware. This whole place is built from ghost shooting, from old protocols and company hardware, from engines that drove decades of corporate expansion. Is the eye proof that they can be shifted, bent, forced into new configuration that allow for new ways of running? Or is it inevitable collapse proof that these engines of expansion can never be anything other than a corrupt foundation? It seems to depend on who you ask. Done! Peak's shout breaks your line of thought. The heat and dampness should help the spores germinate quicker. If we are lucky, there is enough time for some growth before we reconnect Greenway. They glance at you. That's it. All the facilities seeded. Besides, we either just ensured the eye's survival or stuffed a whole lot of soil into one of its most important computers. They laugh weakly. Shall we go? They start to head back towards the doors and the elevator beyond. One last step. You wait for a moment, following the blinking lights. You wonder what might be tucked away in such a structure. What secrets it might hold. What histories. It is an intriguing prospect, but while you watch the lights, you realize something. If the eye is to become anything more than an offshoot, a temporary structure, it must form its own history, its own stories, stronger than anything that came before. Unlocking these Solheim secrets won't do that. But the persistence, the stubborn drive to survive that is in the veins of every person in this place, that will, and that is what you're trying to say. You turn your back on the cord and follow Peak back into the elevator. As you ride the car back up, Peak raises their voice over the screeching. I'm going to the Founder's Gap to finalize the connection. The moment I'm ready, I'll let you know. And me let the gunner out. The sooner the better. Peak furrows their brow. If you wait until the final cycle, it will be too late. If you want to help speed things up, go work with the flotilla. We can make the connection. We can't make the connection until we know they are ready to go. Oh! Fuck! So I still need to finish the fleet. Jesus, thank God I was zeroing focusing on this and I had all the preparation. God damn, this was close. I could fuck up this. If you want to help speed things up, go work with the flotilla. We can't make the connection until we... Sorry, I ate a lot. Okay, let me reread this again. If you want to help speed things up, go work with the flotilla. We can't make the connection until we know they are ready to go. Peak smiles. Leash and Gardner could affect them too if we aren't careful. What happens then? Peak shrugs. I don't know, honestly. Maybe Gardner takes over the station. Maybe they don't even react. I can't think about it any longer. You ride the rest of the day in silence. When you reach the dock, you go your separate ways. But before you do it, Peak embraces you, burying their face into your shoulder. Aww, a hug. Thank you. You stand there together for a moment, spinning with the eye, moving relentlessly towards an unknown future. And then they let go and slip away. The pressure of their hug fading like a bruise as you begin to leave. Oh! I actually got a point. And I can upgrade. Well, can't. I mean, I upgraded everything else, so kind of. So basically, if I complete this, I will be able to upgrade myself a little bit. Alright, I have all the dice, I have everything prepared. I can go help the flotilla, I guess. I don't have... I mean, I have a reroll. I abandoned most of this work, but I think I'm pretty stacked up on everything that I need. So the only thing is... Flux, they are calculating these days, guys. Yeah, endurance I don't have. And it's gonna eat up a lot of money, but this is probably more helpful. Well, yeah, next time, fixing the problem seed.